Hey guys, today I'm going to start with part of the process that I usually don't show. This scent is Dark Rose and Labdanum from the Scentsational Soap Supply. This fragrance was the first one that I used from this company. I'd never ordered from them before. I'd heard of them, and I actually made this batch in July. So I believe it was July or maybe it was early August. I honestly can't remember. I was looking through my phone and I saw a whole mess of videos that I had not edited. And I'm like, dude, why take videos if you're not going to edit them and share them? So this is Kaolin Clay. I put this in most of my batches of soap to help soak up the fragrance oil. I'm using my little mini whisk to help break up the clumps of the clay. That way there's no little specks in the finished product. We are focused.
Let me know when focus mode goes off.
Okay. So I just had to chuckle when I was editing this, the sound, because usually I edit all the sounds out. But sometimes I'll be singing while I am making soap or having really intimate conversations with somebody else or with just myself. So you guys don't know what you miss because I edit all of these videos to block the sound out. That was one of my older kids. She was sitting in the room with me while I was making my soap, and sometimes she likes to come keep me company, which is nice. This one, new fragrance, new colorants. All of these were also from the Scentsational Soap Supply. These are Infinity Micas. I'd never worked with them before. I knew this fragrance oil would likely discolor quite a bit. But because of the name and the scent notes, it is such a sultry, seductive, feminine, dark, dusky blend. It is so good. It's really rare that out of the bottle, because fragrance oils are concentrated. They're not meant to be smelled like doused onto your body. They are diluted in the soap. They're diluted in the product. So you only use a certain percentage, and each fragrance oil has a different unique percentage. So it's really rare that I actually like the scent right out of the bottle. And look at this. I almost forgot to put the fragrance oil in. That would be travesty because it's so good. It is so good. Yeah, but this one was one that I was like, I cannot wait to make soap with this. I want to put this in shampoo bars, which I have. Those are available in my shop right now. I only have a few left though. They've gone really fast. So I hope you guys love that scent, because this particular bar that I'm making right now is going to be in my October collection. It's part of my autumnal collection. But I'm calling it Dark Rose because the fragrance does discolor. These bright, vivid colors are not going to remain, and I knew that, so I wanted to tie in some darkness with the black, and that's activated charcoal. You can tell that these are setting up at different rates. Sometimes that's due to the colorant. Sometimes it's due to having a higher percentage. Like I just poured the fragrance oil into each of these pitchers without actually measuring. So one of the pitchers may have had a little bit more of the fragrance oil. It's all about dilution. It's all about percentages. And if one got a little bit more, it's not going to burn your skin. It's all going to be mixed in, but one of them may have just gotten a little bit more, so it set up quicker. So yeah, this actual design I didn't have a huge vision for, and actually, I don't know if I actually show it or not, but I did run a hanger tool through this. Part of my video got lost for this. Later on, I'll explain what happened. Oh, nope, there it is. There's the hanger tool. It's gonna go in. There we go. Good. See, I'm trying to remember back. I'm trying to remember back to actually making this because it's been a while. I'm gonna show the full cure at the very end of this video, I'm going to show how these bars look, not just the making of them and the cutting of them and directly after cutting them, but how they actually look after the full cure, because they are fully cured now when I'm editing this video. So it's always interesting to see, because you just don't know from the time you pour it to the time you cut it to the time you stick it on your shelf to the time it actually cures. It can take on a very, very different look. So, it's easy to judge like, oh man, I misjudged, the coloring's way off, or this was just not a good design, whatever. I try not to judge a batch until the full cure, because you just don't know. You just don't know. We're dealing with chemical processes. We're dealing with fragrance oils. We're dealing with base oils. We're dealing with different additives. Sometimes they don't change or alter for a week after a cure of 1 week, and then you cure it for 6 weeks and it's taken on a completely different look, whether because of vanillin content in the fragrance oil or so many other factors. It's just really interesting. The more I make soap, the longer I go on, the more I realize I really don't know a whole lot about it. And I've been soaping for several years. I've made hundreds of batches, but it just goes to show the depth of this science. This is not just art. It is not just something pretty, something fancy. It is actual chemical processes that are happening. And I think that's part of why I love it so much, is the adventure, the learning, and there's always a challenge. There's always something to learn. And I love that, because if it was always the same, I think I'd get really bored. I don't think I could make the same batch over and over and over and over. I need to do things differently. I need to switch it up. I need to change it. So this is where I left it. I think I stopped the camera pretty soon after this, but I did end up adding some Himalayan salt to the top, and then some flower buds. They are dried gomphrena. That's what it was. Dried gomphrena flowers. I really like putting those on. And it's not the full bulb of the flower, because usually they're like a round bulb type flower, but I just peeled off some of the petals and I really liked that look. But this is going to change. You're going to see it right here. It did change significantly, yellowed up, kind of a little orange almost, with the saponification process. That is taking the oils and the lye solution, turning it into soap. That usually happens within the first 24 hours, though some people will argue with you that it takes longer than that or shorter than that. That is fine. I'm just going to be safe and say it's about 24 hours. And here it is. Ta-da! It smells divine, guys. I cannot get over how good it smells. I wasn't really thrilled on the cut. I just wasn't. But I have to tell you, I was ready to go to bat for the scent, because this scent is to die for. It is absolutely heavenly, glorious, all of the things. I was going to market it for the scent. I stamped it, I beveled it. I love that kind of sideways dark rose stamp. I did that with my customizable stamp. And now this is after the full cure. Now, doesn't that just look divine? Like, it enhanced the look even more, having that darker hue. Like, I'm so in love, and this is perfect for an autumn collection. I cannot wait. I have such a hard time waiting to get my batches out into the world, because I love them so much. I want you guys to use them. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, my name's Martha. I'm the owner and operator at Blue Haven Soapery. You can find my goodies at bluehavensoapery.etsy.com.